There you are.
Yeah, it's as good as it'll get, I think.
It's a nice picture you got there in the background anyway.
Yeah. I've got more. I don't know if I can change them or not.
Is
So
that
look.
picture of let me guess, Sallet Hole, the
Yes.
central area to the west incline, is it?
It's somewhere around there, yeah. Or you could have that one.
Yeah,
Or
that's a
that
nice
one.
picture as well.
Or
That
that one.
probably not that. Oh, that's the gantry,
It
right?
is. I'll leave that up.
Hey, well,
It's not.
you got a nice collection there.
I spent a bit of time sorting them out the other day. But if you look on the
Yeah,
floor
well,
in the gantry, let me move.
move out of the way.
Can you see on the floor?
Yeah.
Everything fell off the gantry.
Oh God, yes.
Mm.
Ah, yes, you can see behind you all the minecarts that just have been derailed from the gantry. That's the gantry that used to come out of, well, out of the Saleh Hole at it, over the tipping
It
point.
is.
Yeah,
Up
right.
by where the garage stood.
I can see us doing another live podcast just on pictures, I think,
I've
because
got loads.
yeah, from all your historical pictures, I think we're going to be able to pull quite a lot of information.
I've
Just
got a few.
seeing what's there. Eh?
You hear me all right?
Yeah, can you hear me all right?
Hang on 1 minute. I've lost my volume. Well, that's my fault.
I can hear you fine. If anyone of
Um,
the viewers online can't hear us, or if there's any technical problem, let us know, please. And welcome everyone. Thanks for joining this podcast. It's going to be a third part reviewing original 1990s footage of Sallet Hole Mine, where Tom, my friend Tom here, was working. During the time actually this footage was taken, you were actually working, but you don't happen to be on the footage,
no,
obviously. But
I was
it was
either
your
here
working
or
time.
Milldam. I'm not certain.
Mhm.
Because I did go and work up there for a short while, core sampling. It might have been around about this time, or because I had a look at the shift, or because I was on a different shift. I might have been on the crossover. I used to go in the car, you see, so I didn't go on the bus.
Yeah, we saw one of the passing carts in the in the area in front of the mine on the video, and you reckon that was you
That
just
was my, well, yeah, thinking
coming
about
on
it, yeah,
shift.
could have been, yeah, coming off. What happened to your Bacardi and
So,
Coke?
oh God, no, I got coffee and Baileys,
Baileys.
an alcoholic coffee. I thought I need of a perk up, just waking up a bit, and caffeine is going to do the job. What have you got to drink?
Coke.
Coke.
Usual, yeah, usual.
It'll do the same. Get a bit of sugar in your system. Get a brain thinking.
There's no sugar in it, it's diet. It's got
Is it?
artificial crap in it, yeah.
Yeah.
You're on
Uh,
about things being sent before we start.
we have our friend Joss joining us today.
Hey
Thank
up,
you very
Josh.
much, Joss, for joining us. Uh, he's always got to have a meeting with miners, ex miners.
Ah,
Hey,
it is.
I'm the only one out. I'm the mine explorer alone.
Just odd.
But
Um,
there's a great deal of knowledge to be shared, and I'm sure Josh, with any questions that you have, any additional information from your perspective as a former coal miner, you can feel free to add anything to the comments that you see or that is going to add value basically to this live podcast, because we got to remember that a lot of the value is given by the actual viewers, some of the value from the comments that they put in. additional information and questions is all good to have. So you got your new torch, have you, Tom?
Yeah.
Come on, give us a little preview.
It's called. It's made by Nebo. They kindly sent it me out to test. It is a Nebo Slide King 2K, so it's 2000 lumens, and it has a. You can't see. I've disappeared because of the light.
You are
Basically,
ghosting.
it has
You're ghosting yourself out.
Yeah, it's got a like a work light on it, which will either be. Hang on, I'll see if I can get it on red.
Pointed towards you. Oh
Yeah.
God.
No, I've disappeared. Red light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are becoming a bit ghostly then.
Yeah, can you see that?
Yeah.
So it's got a red
All
light on
right.
it. It flashes.
Emergency red light. Yeah. Okay.
And a white, which have totally disappeared. And then you can't really see. It has a 2000 lumen flashlight at the front, but it's really heavy.
Yeah.
It's good quality with a
Yeah.
rubber grip on it.
You know what it looks like when you show it? It looks like a bit of a Jedi lightsaber handle.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
You just need the light to be like a lightsaber. That'd be really cool,
Disappeared
actually.
again. Look,
Hey up, you're disappearing.
that's
Oh
bright.
yes, you do look bright.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
So
little preview, Tom.
it'll get
Teasing us with
tested on the weekend.
all your freebies, eh?
Shh, don't tell everybody.
It's becoming a bit of a celebrity in the mining world, Tom. Here.
Kleptomaniac, I think.
We got Dave with us. Hi, Dave. How are you, buddy? How are you getting on with your SRT course? I'm sure we're gonna have Dave ready for the end of the month. We're gonna be going in Wales and putting his new SRT skills to good practice.
He hasn't done it yet.
Eh?
He's not done it yet.
Has he not?
No, it's
He hasn't done it yet. All right. Yes, it's next month. Is it?
Hey up, Josh. You're right, pal. Yeah, it's next month.
Fantastic. So on we go with the third part of the original footage of Sallet Hole. So we have original 4 videos of the 1990 series that here Tom very kindly share on his channel. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, make sure you do. All Miner 66 and yeah, All Miner 66. All Miner 66. Just look that up on YouTube. Just as it is, just type it up, All Miner 66, and subscribe to his channel if you haven't done so. But I'm sure Josh and David they're already subscribed. Yeah. So Dave says, yeah, oh, it's coming in mid-October. Okay, so we're going to be ready for the end of the month. That's brilliant, Dave. Looking forward to that. You know, it's always good to get on the ropes and do a bit of man exploration. That's a bit more challenging than just the normal walking. Oh, we had Tom left us. There you are. Add to stage. Little technical fault. It does happen. So don't you worry. So before we got into obviously showing the footage of the original Saleh Hall footage from the 90s, you might be telling us a bit about what we're about to see in this episode that might be of interest, just to keep any of the viewers that we have just glued to this podcast, because there's going to be times where the video just runs a bit through, sort of initially runs through the time that they were spending in the canteen, chatting, getting changed. You get a vibe of the original atmosphere of what was like being a miner. the banter that they had, the camaraderie, the how they were getting on with each other, really. But apart from that, isn't any technical aspects that we need to be looking at this par three?
Not really. You see the boat rig working, and you see him setting a ring. But other than that, it's just general mine work, from what I can remember.
Yeah, general mine work, but nevertheless, um, very, good to see in its original footage from the time period. And the idea is that we're going to be seeing the video and we're going to be breaking down what we see or any kind of questions that arise from the video.
Yeah.
We're going to pause and review. So thank you everyone for joining us. Guys, as I say, subscribe to my friend here, Tom, All Minus 66. That's all you need to type on YouTube and it'll come up straight away. So, my friends, we're going to be sharing the video now and get started with it. So, stay with us. Don't leave us. Okay, so here we come. So, this is what you start with, don't you, Tom? You're affiliated to quite a few brands.
Don't start with that anymore, mate. Totally different now.
Totally different brands, right?
Well, totally different beginning.
Is nothing to be ashamed of, yeah, I do change my intros quite a lot. Depends what brands, obviously, you work with and whatever. So let's start. Let me know, Tom, if you see any jittering, if there's anything that you can't hear, or the volume, any technical. And so with the members of the podcast that you're all watching, please let us know what's going on if there's anything that you can't see clearly. But let's share it without any more delay. On we go. Sallet Whole Mine early 90s footage part 3.
Potty mouth George Binge.
Bob the Fitter.
Gilly, Paul Orton, Little Sean, he's dead, he is now. The lad at the front with the ponytail, he owns Street Cliff, the one where they mine the Blue John. He owns that now. He lives in Cornwall now.
He lives in Cornwall now.
He owns Street Cliff Mine. Disco, not heard of it.
Tell us your name then, Commander.
Yeah, Discord channel. Yes, so a Discord channel. Okay, we're going to look into that. What we could do possibly, if you actually want a live chat, is setting up a Discord channel. Sounds good. I haven't heard of it.
No,
But Tom,
my kids know about it, but I don't really. But they know about it. I could ask them, I suppose.
we can ask them and we can start.
Because I think you can stream over there as well, from what I can gather.
Yeah. Okay. We can consider that, because I think any more involvement from the likes of yourself, Josh, particularly, it'd be very interesting, or anyone that's regular to the to the viewing of this channel, even Dave, it'd be good to have him. as well. Yes, let's think about it. Let's consider it. Good suggestion,
I'll
Josh.
tell you
Thank
what,
you.
there's some rare mullets there, isn't there? There really is some rare mullets.
Yes, I tell you what, that was quite typical from the 90s. That was sort of the era of
80s and 90s. Well, what he's
80s.
got on the left-hand side, they call that a chopper cut. So very short on top and long at the back. He had
Yes,
he did have a Harley Davidson at one time. He did. I can't think what his name were now.
yeah, and mustache. Can you see the
Everybody had
style
a
as
top.
well?
I think
Yeah,
I
I
think I had a
was.
full beard as well back then. I certainly had a moustache at
It's
one
funny.
time.
I was working in the hotel industry in the 90s during that time, and I remember there was a lot of the tourists, particularly from Germany. I noted they had this kind of mullets, yeah, and mustache. So it must have been a fashion that
It was
kind
a
of, I don't
thing.
know if it's, I don't know where it's spread over, whether it's spread over from England or where, which country from where, but yeah, it was a thing, was it?
Mullets are still big things in Australia.
Yeah,
And some parts of the southern states of America.
you know, I would like a hair like that actually, without possibly the mullet, but I'm gonna try to let it grow a bit longer at the top, see if I can get
Really?
those, the nice full hair looking, even though mine is thinning out a bit.
No, you don't.
What are you? Gary! Snapping.
Really mullet
Mm.
or simulate.
I want fucking brackets.
Swearing, man. No swearing. Put a condition on it.
Mullets back in fashion.
Clean that off.
Get more white suds there.
We're going in a bit.
That is that is quite a nice sight to see a full rack of Oldmans minus lamps. That's what the brand were they? The Oldmans,
Oldhams.
Oldhams, Oldhams.
Oldham.
They were made
Oldham
in
batteries.
they were made in Oldham, Manchester, were they?
No idea where they
Yeah.
were made, but they were called Oldham batteries, so maybe. But yeah,
Yeah.
there were a lot of lamps in that lamp room, to be honest with you. But yeah, again,
Yeah.
there were a lot of blokes
Yeah.
work there then.
How heavy were they? Because I can imagine they wouldn't be light to carry around. I think I've held one actually, and they were quite heavy.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
because you're on a belt, you didn't really you got that and a self rescuer on a belt, and I used to have a set of adjustable spanners and a big screwdriver on my belt as well, but you didn't really notice because you're on your belt.
Yeah, it's close to your body, so yeah.
It might have weighed a couple of £3, but that were about it. If that weren't heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. Thousands of lamps in Tom's colliery Josh's
Josh.
colliery where he used to work. Yeah, thousands. So, God, yeah, that would have been a nice sight to see. Actually, that would have been a very nice sight.
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet
incredible.
in there, because I mean, it wasn't the biggest lamp room. The lamp room was actually situated just to the left of the entrance, and there were probably maybe 100, 150 lamps in there. There weren't a vast amount because there weren't that many people work there. There were probably, I don't know, what were there, 3 shifts, 60 miners perhaps, and then your fitters and such as that. So yeah, and your shift bosses.
Yeah, would every miner had their own lamp, nominated lamp?
Yeah, that's why if you look, you can see initials. There's initials and then your clock number on it. So if anything did happen, they knew you were, because obviously that's going to stand up to more than your body would. So if you look, if you look carefully, you can see on the edge, there's like a set of initials.
Oh,
And then
here,
there's
yeah,
and then if you look, there's like a number as well. So if you look there, look, so
yeah.
you've got, just go over a bit. No, there, nearly again.
Condition on it.
No, a bit farther.
There, you can
so
see numbers there,
you've
can
got
you?
165. So that's his clock number, and then I think it says PMB on it. That
Yeah.
JAP. That was John and John Primes. That was JAP was
Or
John
JAP,
Andrew Prime.
yeah.
Uh,
What was the 165 mean? What did the number mean? 165.
that'll be your clock number, your employment number, like your clock card number. So
All right. Yes. Yes. Like miners, coal miners, they had a tag with the number.
Sort of, yeah.
Got
But that
similar
was
idea.
like, for like you clocked in and clocked out for your wages and that lot.
Yeah.
You had a number, and that was your clock number.
Oh right. Yes. Okay.
So if
The
out
clock
happened
number.
to you,
Yes. For your wages.
yeah, and whatever, that was your number. So if anything happened to you, they could identify who it was.
Hmm. That's interesting. Yeah. 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 It does make sense. Obviously, that would be one way to identify someone. By the lamp they were wearing. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
say,
It's not something that you see. It's not something that you see this old miner oldham slams anymore, unless you go in kind of a very old caving club or very traditional caving club. Sometimes they still use them, but they are getting more and more outdated. It's just something traditional, is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have one when I first started mine exploring, and that came from an old coal mine. In fact, I tell you, it came from Dinnington Colliery. That did it near works up that way. Well, top of Sheffield, and
All right.
it came out of there, and it had only got a short cable on, and I had cable change and a longer cable put on, and Bob's your uncle. It were a good lamp, and they lasted for ages before they went flat. They were good, really good. They're just not very bright.
Yeah, not very bright, but then again, your vision over time being in the darkness would adjust, and they would look brighter, would they? I guess.
Yeah, you could see enough,
Yeah.
but not like the modern stuff we use for going exploring with. Nothing
Oh
like.
no, nowhere near it. Nowhere near it was it? But it's what they had, and it's kind of cool actually to be able to see on the video here. Joss's lamp. Says his lamp as a coal miner had a number stamped into brass plate.
All right,
All right,
Josh,
and his was 6635.
Josh used to work at Dinnington Colliery. Do you remember Cliff Pegg, Josh? That used to be in Weybridge. My dad used to run coal out of there. Yeah, well, late 70s, early 80s before miners' strike. And Cliff Pegg used to be Weybridge man in there. He used to run coal to Orgreave Chemical Works at Sheffield. Now gone, but that was like a coking plant. They used to make bitumen and all sorts there.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh worked in Dinnington. Have you heard of Dinnington, Tom?
I just said that's where my lamp came from. My dad used to
from
run coal
Dinnington.
out to there
All right, okay.
with his wagon. All gone now.
And Dave says you were getting your lights for free back then, eh, Tom?
I were, yes, mate.
Yeah.
All right, Joshua Charge and the area salvage team.
Right, let's carry on with the footage.
Get more workshops there.
We're going in a bit.
It looks dark and cold out there, Tom.
Yeah.
It was winter, I think,
winter,
as we see on the. Yeah.
That was another type of tractor that you haven't seen before. But that was one at Dumpers as well. It was basically just looked like a tractor and trailer.
Yeah, let's look at it again.
Massey Ferguson tractor pulling a dump trailer.
Yeah.
I reckon this is a Monday morning. The amount of stuff that's parked out in the yard. So I reckon, and because obviously they didn't work on a Saturday, on a Sunday, and it's all sort of parked up uniformly as though it's not been used over the weekend. So I reckon this was taken on a Monday morning. Because if you look, everything's parked up as it is. And I think there's even blokes sat in Man Rider as well there, if you look.
Yes, here on the left.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the Man Rider. Yes, I think that's someone's headlamp. I can see. Yeah, someone's hat. So this is more like the scene of Monday morning. Interesting that you can actually tell that just by looking at the vehicles there.
Parked up. Just how stuff's parked up, because if you look, it's parked quite neatly. It's not just been
yeah, it is. You can see at the back all the vehicles parked neatly next to each other, and the big dumper in the front. Yeah. We're going to be going underground in a bit, Tom.
That's where that gantry ran over there.
Yeah, over the top of that, the back there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
It's an IMCO 911. He's going. The magazine was up the lane.
Right, hang on. Let me go back because that is really interesting. That's the. Okay, so we've seen that.
912.
That's an Enco loader. Oh yes, you can see the bucket at the back.
Yeah, well, we used to, I mean, everything used to get stacked on there. We used to stack them arms out with the boards and put rings on, arches on top of them, and carry them all into mine like that.
Yeah, that's a great view of it. You can see. Obviously, they would drive in front in reverse. Would they drive equally fast front and reverse, or was it like?
They were quick, both ways.
Yeah.
Good loader.
That is really cool. Really cool to actually see it moving. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They were the smallest ones we had. They were.
Most of the loaders had Deutz air cooler engines.
Yeah.
Air cooled engines. Okay.
Didn't have a radiator, and it was cooled by air.
It's just amazing to see this footage, isn't it? It's priceless. It is really priceless to see this, and you can see obviously where they have there. So these big tanks, they were filled with basically with diesel. Am I right to say that? Yeah.
No.
These big square tanks.
There was a diesel tank. There was a diesel tank, an oil tank, and I think. Let me think. There was definitely a diesel tank, and I think there may have been two oil tanks there as well. One for hydraulic oil, and the other one possibly for engine oil. Can't remember, but there were definitely 3 tanks. I think the end one, the one on this end on the far end, right. I think that was oil, and I think the other 2 could have possibly been diesel. Definitely, the big one was a diesel one. I'm not certain what the middle one was. Can't remember.
Yeah. And the oil obviously to to fill up all the hydraulic systems in all the vehicles, I would imagine, was it?
Yeah, well, that hydraulic oil was water based as well. It was quite weird
Yeah.
stuff. It was like a yellowy colour.
Mm.
Aquascent, I think it was called, or something like that, if I remember rightly.
That's really, really awesome to see. Right. Let's carry on. You can see there, this guy has gone to this tank and taken a hose out. That must be just filling the the vehicle with something. Could be oil or could be diesel.
That's diesel.
There's the man rider again on the left. We've seen. Bye bye. Off he goes on the ground.
But yeah, I think you actually do see him going.
That is brilliant. It's such,
It's like wacky racers going in there.
yeah, wacky races. All vehicles in one bang.
They were horrendous to drive under there like that with pulling trailers.
It
They're a
is.
nightmare
Is a
to
tractor,
turn
is
around.
it? It's basically a tractor with a trailer.
That's all it is.
It's
And
a
it were
tractor vehicle. Is it?
that they were horrendous. The simple reason was they to turn them round underground. You really had to be careful. It weren't like the other dumpers that were stayed in the middle. They weren't so bad, but you really had to know how to drive a tractor and trailer to back one of them inside. You really did.
Yeah. Particularly to reverse them. Oh my God, yeah, that must have been a nightmare, absolute nightmare.
Yeah, because you used to have to back them into slits to turn around or to get past somebody. If you drove into a slit forward, you'd have to back it out back into the roadway again.
Yeah. So you mentioned here on your video that you can see the lamp room on the left. So here's the mine entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the left, that's the lamp room that we had seen inside, at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
that
really
building to
cool.
the right was a welding shop.
So this was a welding shop, right?
Welding
Okay.
shop and
And
electrical shop for electrical fitters shop as well.
and that magazine, would that have been behind the lamps room? Am I right to
No.
say? I think on the one of
The debt
no, it's out of the.
the debt mag was the one opposite the diesel tanks.
All right, so it's more on
Breeze.
the right. So it's out of the picture. Okay, on the
And
right. Okay.
The powder magazine was up the lane on the right hand
Mhm.
side, well past the officers, heading up towards Cavendish Mill. That's where he's going now, up to debt mag.
Yeah.
Up to powder mag.
Yeah, the right hand side.
Yeah, powder magazine were quite away from mine.
Yeah, obviously the Denmark would have to been quite away from the mine. Was it just to keep if there was an explosions in the Denmark, it would actually keep the mine entrance or the mine access safe, shall we say? Yeah.
The powder magazine, yeah, the debt mag was probably 50 yards to your left from where that from where the lamp room was. The debt mag is the one that's opposite the fuel tanks. There's a breeze block building opposite the fuel tanks, and it's there.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned, the electrician shop, welding shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see very clear the portal there.
Mm.
You can see just as it is today when you go in, the concrete shot kind of initial few yards, don't you? You see the old concrete shot. It just
Yeah.
that's what you see there. Yeah.
So that building there, that's your deck mag there, look.
Let's do that, Mark. Let's rewind it.
That's the deck mag.
Yeah.
And
This building here with the breeze blocks.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the powder magazine was up the lane going up towards the mill, so it was farther up the lane.
Yeah, they never put that detonators and gunpowder together, were they? Or powder? When you say
No.
powder, you mean the explosives, don't you? Is that right?
Yeah, gel mix that we used.
The gel max. So they wouldn't put them together for obvious reasons, because one could detonate the other. Technically, was there a reason why they
Yeah.
kept them separate that far apart?
Yeah, basically, so you didn't get an explosion.
Basically, basic safety, was it? Yes, it does make sense. Yeah, basic safety. Keep one apart from the other, so one that doesn't detonate the other.
Yeah.
Last thing you would want. It's nice, nice purple trailer. That is that the Man Rider?
Yeah, it's blue.
Oh, it's blue. That's
It's
not a
blue.
Man Rider, is it?
That's the Man Rider, yeah.
That is the Man Rider. So it had
Yeah.
it obviously on the video looks purple, is because of the hue
Orange lights.
on the warm on the orange lights, but it was actually blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you look, that they've
Nice
got in
colour.
your hand there, that's a diesel canister.
Yeah.
Probably
All right. Let's see. We're gonna park ourselves further down there to get the picture just a bit bigger. So that is the diesel canister there.
No.
Here.
They're carrying it
Oh,
in the
here.
hand there. That was
Yeah.
that. I think that was for bow art, if I remember rightly. So you didn't have to keep
Yeah.
bringing it out at mine. You just took
Oh,
diesel.
yes. Oh, God, yes. You can see two miners carrying the diesel,
Back.
So it must be heavy if there's two
Oh,
of
it's
them
not
like
low.
carrying them, yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that was to refill the bollard rigs on the ground, yeah,
yeah, the
if they
rig,
need it.
if I remember rightly.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you actually say. Tank of diesel loaded into the back for the drill rig.
Yeah.
You can see obviously any vehicle or most vehicles that they were driving, obviously they had this sort of safety roof, was it? Just in case there
Yeah.
was
Steel roof.
any any collapses, just
So you didn't get anything on you.
save the driver basically from being crushed, I guess, if there was any collapses or anything. It's a good precaution, I guess.
I don't know how well it did work, mind you. Not on that anyway.
Yeah, you can see there the diesel tank.
Yeah.
They loaded. You can see the benches very clearly, don't you?
It had carried 10 men, that would. 5 down either side.
Yeah, five other side, 10 men. And he has like you can see the safety chain that's sort of dangling at the back.
Yeah.
So that
Never
chain
got,
would just go across the back when everyone was in, just sort of safety.
it never got used.
It never got used.
No.
So here's the, I don't know if you know his name, but you see everything that they were carrying on the ground, or most of it, obviously, the headlamp, the ear defenders. This leather bag was a detonator bag, was it? Did we say?
Yeah, that's Shax. That is.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name. Yeah, debt's in that bag.
Yeah, this bag here, they carry the debts.
And I've just realised something as well.
Come on.
All the buildings that there's certainly the canteen. The stone is actually made out of Davy blocks. Bit boring, but the Davy blocks were made at Homebank Mine.
Right. So what are Davy blocks? Just because I never heard of it.
What you've
Like
seen,
freezer blocks.
sort of, yeah. You've seen all the moulds and everything at Homebank and the old mixer and that lot. Well, they used to line the bottoms with straw, put lumps of stone in, and then just fill them up with concrete. So they got basically a concrete block, but it had like limestone facing. So it looked like as though it were built of limestone, but it wasn't. It was like just a concrete block with limestone at the front.
Right. And they were made from a stone from Homebank.
They were made at Homebank.
Wow. Yeah. That's a good detail. You probably just realized now you've seen the video, have you?
I just noticed it because he
Yeah.
panned against the wall of the building, and I thought, right, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And it just goes to show how good it is to rewatch all these videos just for these little details. Yeah.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
How
It says
stick in your mind like
it's
that.
in
I'd
the
not noticed
Homebank.
it before. I'd not noticed it at all before.
Interesting. Again, another look at the man rider.
Even the electrical shop's made out of them as well. Look,
Yeah.
he's coming down from Powder Mag now. Look,
Yeah, you can see that's that's some sort of garage there. You can
yeah,
see
that's the electrical shop.
that's the electrical shop itself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at the headlights. They for the time period that they were used in the vehicles. I mean, they were like proper good headlights, were they? I mean, it looks like they could easily blind you if if you look at straight at them. And yeah, no, it's very impressive to see the just
They
on
were
video.
they were just spotlights more than anything.
Yeah, more like a spotlight. Yeah,
Yeah, they were
just
more of a spotlight than anything else.
on the ground we go, Tom.
And that's the Boa long goal rig, which I used to operate.
Yeah, is that very similar to the one we saw in Mildam that you used to work on?
Exactly the same bar for
Exactly
that
the
one.
same.
that one ran on diesel. The one at Mildam, you could work on electric as well.
Yeah, and for those that haven't seen the board rig that Tom's referring to, obviously you can see it there on the ground, but you can see it a lot more clearly on the review of the Mildam, the last floor spa miners footage that also it was recorded as a live stream. So just take a look at that one
It's
for
there
everyone.
now.
Just go
There,
on.
at the back of me now. If you look,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yes, that's exactly it, is it? Exactly that we're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, just move out of the picture for a second so we can take a quick look. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
To see top of my
Yeah,
head.
to be honest, I need to make it bigger, don't I? That's it.
I'll tell you what. Hang on. I'll
That's
make
it.
myself disappear.
Yeah, right. That's it. You're gone. Yeah, so that's the board rig. Exactly, that's the one we can see on the ground in uh, Sallet Hall working,
Yeah.
and you can see the steel. You can see the steel there on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
That's perforating the roof, is it? You can
Yeah.
see there the hand control that you were using to operate
Yeah.
the
That.
drill.
Well, you see him working that in a minute or two on this video.
Yes, right. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Uh,
And as if by magic, he appears again.
yeah, there he comes back. Let's see this in action.
Yeah, that's the control box. That silver thing hanging down from the side of frame.
Yeah, so was the rig was mainly used for drilling the floor spar for blasting to
Yeah.
extract the ore. Yes, you've explained several times the whole process, obviously, of drilling. Uh, we have seen it actually in the previous video, the process of the miners actually packing the explosives in and
Yeah.
setting the detonation and detonating. So that was really cool to see. Yeah, so that's the control box,
Yeah.
as we can see. So there we have the operator. You did say that normally a drill rig would have two operators. Tom,
So
is
you
that
do.
right?
Yeah, you'd have a guy on the controls and a guy putting the steels on.
So him there on the controls and another guy that would
Put the steels in.
screw on the steels as the drill obviously was perforating deeper and deeper. They need to put extensions, did they? I
Yeah.
think we are going to see it. Well,
I
I
think you
think
see
we're
them
going to see it
flipping
on this
over.
video, are we? The process of how they were applying the steels. I think it's on this video. Yeah, that's clear as anything, isn't it? It's incredible footage. This is priceless. Look at it. You can see straight away all the water that's gushing out. Obviously, the water was running through the steel, through the drills, to lubricate. The water is a great lubricant, and to keep the doors down. So it serves as a double purpose, as you mentioned before, Tom.
I don't think so much whether you can see that on there, but at the top there, just where you can see like the flare on the steel, just below that is the clamp. That's where you clamp the steel. So when you put a new steel on, you clamp that steel, the thick end of that steel in there.
Here,
And yeah, no, just below it, tiny little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
there. There's a clamp there. So you clamp that thick
yeah,
end of that steel in there and put your other steel up to that and just give it a little screw and set it on there's like on your drill head, which is below, which is threaded, and you just spin it up and you just carry on drilling like that. But that's the clamp that you clamp them into.
yeah. And that makes sense. You need the machine operator to sort of pull the one machine operator to unscrew the clamp to undo the
Well,
clamp,
yeah,
and
you
the other
do.
machine operator. would retract the arm, yeah, and
No. Basic, your machine head, which is your drill, your machine head, you'll drill up. So if you watch him drill up, you'll see it. Look, carry on, and it'll see.
yeah,
You'll probably see him
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
So
Let's
that's feeding up.
yes. Josh's gonna leave us.
Yeah, he
Thanks
just
very
went
much
down.
for
Cheers,
joining us
Josh.
anyway. It's really good to have you on the chat. So thanks, Josh. And if you want to watch the end, you'll be able to watch it on the replay once it's uploaded later on the channel. And I'll be sharing and giving mentions to anyone that's taken part. So thanks, Josh. Yes, so let's carry on watching this.
You'll probably see him do it.
Okay, so looks like he might be drilling a new rice hole. Okay, so he's drilling solid limestone with no rings or boards for roof stability.
Yeah, I think he's drilling a rise hole there.
A rice hole, basically a shaft that goes up. Yeah, two-man job, as we said, one in the controls and one on the steels. Yes, so two board rigs like this. There was one in Sallet Hall, so this one, and the other mill dam that we have already also reviewed in the other mill dam, the last minor series with yourself, Tom.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really nice to see. Actually, it was really good to see it, with my own eyes, and to know that you were actually, using it, and it was still being used there. However many, 20 years later after you worked
30,
on Mildam,
30 years later, it was still being used.
30 years later, they're still being used and still growing strong. I am guessing you can hear the sound from your end, yeah, Tom?
Yeah, can't you hear it?
I can't, but as long as you can hear it, as long as the viewers can hear it,
Yeah, you can hear it.
uh,
Don't worry about that.
I'm happy with that. I'm sure these drill rigs were rather noisy on the ground. You had to wear your ear
Very
defenders next to
noisy.
them.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so this was your main job, both at Sallet Hall and mill them. Just obviously, when you say your main job, what other jobs would you be doing on the ground or outside the mine, Tom?
Well, I used to occasionally do the outside man's job, which was issuing debts and just keeping the yard tidy and unloading trucks occasionally. I also do a bit of heading work, dumper driving as well, in and out of the mines. But that was my main job, doing the long hauling either on the switches or on the steels.
So you touch on all the aspects really of underground mining, but this
You
was
did, ev- you did
your
everything.
your biggest job.
Yeah, you did everything, mate.
You had to do everything, did you, as a miner? You had to be very resourceful. You had to
Oh yeah, you had to be able
be
to
able
do
to
everything.
fix, even be a fitter
Still,
in
Gareth.
to a certain extent, I guess, you know. We have Gareth here with us.
Yeah.
Abandoned and Forgotten Whales. If anyone here is not following him, please make sure you give him a subscription because his content is really, really good. And we're going to be meeting him end of the month as well over in Wales. I'm looking forward to that, mate, to see you there. Thanks for joining us on the chat, buddy. Right, let's keep going with our drill. Yeah, so this rig would have been quite new,
Yeah, it weren't very old.
and there was a much older rig. The
Shand rig.
Swan rig,
Shand
the Shand rig.
rig. Yeah, I was actually
Okay.
looking. I've got a photograph of it somewhere, but I couldn't find it. I was looking for it just to see if I could find
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, you know, because we said that you have that many photos that we can actually original photos from Saleh Hall from that area that we can go through. It'll be interesting just to do just another live stream, just exclusive on photography. So that
I'll
will
have
be
to
great.
look. I haven't got loads, but I've got a few.
Yeah. Well, between your photos, we can pull some actual current photos, obviously, of Salad Hall or whatever we want. So we'll do just a photography based live stream. That will be really good.
It would be, yeah.
That's got to be done. All right. Let's keep playing. There you are. We parked at the bottom now, out of the way, and we keep playing the video. I'm gonna have to buy a mouse, you know.
You got a mouse?
There we are.
Nearly at top now. I'll be changing over in a minute. See, look, he's pulling it back, clearing hole. He's clearing the hole, and then he'll go back up again. You watch.
Right. So what he's doing is going back to clear the hole a bit from dust, and so it doesn't get too compacted and stuck the drill. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he'll fire it up again, and then he'll unscrew it and put another steel on.
Here he goes back up again. Yeah.
Yeah. And he'll clamp it, spin it off. Look.
Oh.
He spun it
So
off.
he's been clamped now.
Yeah. There you go. Look, can you see? That's drill head, wet water spewing out.
Yeah.
And they'll put another steel on. Wind it up into clamp at top into drill steel, and then they'll spin it up onto the machine head there, and then screw it up and carry on.
Yeah. You can see. I think you can see the stilts that they were screwing one to the other to extend the reach, the perforation depth here on the right. Yes.
Yeah.
Each steel was about 4 foot long,
Uh-huh.
and they screw together.
Yeah.
For long hauling. Yeah, it makes sense.
That's what's making me think it's a rise hole, because it's actually backed into a slit if you look.
Yeah. So this the slit. So where it's being filmed from, would that be the side of the vein of the stove?
I think no. I think he's stood in the roadway, and I think it's backed into a slit, and they're drilling it
Right.
like that. I think because of how it's sat. If you look how
Yeah,
it's
and
it's like sat backed into a slit, because you've got
yeah,
them
and like
wooden panels on the left hand side that are, but then you've got the drill steels like stood in the roadway, because slits aren't normally
yeah,
that wide. You see, that's what I'm thinking.
no. So it's kind of on a slit of a just off a roadway. Yes, yes, it
Yeah,
would make sense. And like you say, it's drilling in directly into limestone and at a very, vertical angle, a full vertical angle almost. So yes, that would make sense that they were actually drilling a rice hole.
I mean, if
Okay, then we're moving to something else. Is
you're looking at,
this, hang
it's
on,
the he's at the back of it now, looking at
that's
it
the
going
back
the
of
other
it.
way. Yeah,
So we're looking at the same board drill rig,
yeah,
but
but
from the,
it's behind it.
yes, oh, that's going to be interesting because we actually, rather than have it sort of backlit, we're going to have it front lit here.
Yeah, so you've
Let's
got
take a look.
the drill operator sort of eye view, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, there's the control box very clearly.
This is why I say it looks like he's stood in a slit
Yeah,
and drilling from the back. Nice about face.
You can see actually exactly the amount of buttons that this controller had. So 2,
10.
4, 6, 8, 10, and everyone had a kind of a function, whether it was driving what you call the boom, don't you? The arm, the main arm of
Yeah,
the.
for that, mainly for turning water and air on, vibration, and fire and drilling basically up and down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't remember whether you could control angle at boom. I think you could on that.
There you are. One controls button, an emergency stop button.
At the bottom.
Yeah,
But if you look, he's only using 4 of them at the top. The other
yeah,
one's
and 4 at
parts.
the
So,
top.
yeah.
Oh yes, because them 4 are turn, and all those
Straight
others
up.
are on 0, are they?
Yeah.
So yes. Yeah, you can see the emergency stop button there. Very easy to recognize in the bottom right. Yeah, so that's the actual driver's, steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see there the brand. Board. Board was the brand name of the drill
Yeah.
rig. Yeah. Where were they made, the boards? Any idea?
I think I think they were made in Ireland, but the depot for them over here was at halfway at Sheffield
Yeah.
on the industrial estate there. But I think I'm pretty certain they were Irish, but I might be wrong. But I seem to vaguely remember something about Ireland being said. But they did have them in America, so I don't know.
Hmm.
In fact, the rig that we've got at work that they split the stone with, that's a Boart rig, but basically it's just that drill end on a 360.
Yeah.
That's your clamp end there. You can quite see it quite well there. Look, you've got your hydraulic feeds to it so they can clamp the steel in that bit
Yeah.
there.
This bit there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant footage, is it? I mean, I don't think you not of Sallet Hall, you wouldn't have any other footage of Sallet Hall because this is just
No,
one of a kind, priceless footage, is it? It's
I
just
don't know if
brilliant.
there's any more. There might be.
That.
You see the Man Rider part there
Command Rider, where?
in front of the thing. If you just go back a tiny little bit before the writing comes up, I think that's the Man Rider there. Look, stop it
There.
there.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
So that is in a roadway, definitely.
Yeah. So this this rice hole basically was driven in a roadway. So definitely was a rice hole.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think
End of part 3, Tom.
I know where it was. I think.
Probably even could pinpoint exactly where it was, or you have a great idea which drive it was.
I think it's down F Drive. All right, Salt Lake City in Utah. Didn't know that. I know
All
they had
right.
I think the machines were built up in Ireland and then shipped over here. So I think they were shipped to Ireland, assembled, and then shipped over here. And say that the place was at halfway in Sheffield. But yeah, that I think is down F Drive, and that rise hole is being driven up to top of G Drive to G and H Drive, which sat directly above there. The last two videos actually predate the other two, so these were actually made before the other two. Because if you look at the tractors they were using in the yard, the ones they were using for tractors and trailers, those tractors are parked up in the yard with no trailers attached because the dumpers, the ducks dumpers had come. So I'm pretty certain that predates it slightly before, maybe a few months before the other videos were made.
No, that's interesting, and obviously, from your observation of what we've seen on the footage, you will
See
have
that one there, look, with the red stripe. Go back. Not
yeah.
that one. That one became the shift boss's tractor. They put a seat on that arse about face, but the other one, they got like a red one with a white stripe. That in the other video is parked up at the side of that fork truck there.
That's a Ford truck now.
Yeah, that's a fork truck.
Hmm.
So I think that one
Can I?
slightly predates the other one. Not by much.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And we still got the final part to watch, Tom. Is that
Yeah,
right?
which is I think is the longest part from what I can remember.
I quite enjoy this part actually because you can see obviously all the drilling action of the long haul drills and all the vehicles outside the mine as well, riding around, and can very clearly just identify what they are and even the features. It's just incredible footage, Tom. It's priceless. Yeah. So we're going to be setting up another day,
Yeah.
sometime. I don't know if it's going to be no next week. Next week, actually, I'm going to be going to Menorca on Friday. So on Thursday, I'm working a double. So we'll see. It'll
Next
be
2 or 3
soon.
weeks.
We'll let everyone know when the next part is coming. The next and final part of the Sallet Hole original footage series from Tom. So just one more part. So stay tuned because we're going to put it out there on the channel on Facebook. We're going to set up a Facebook event as well as we have done. So we're going to bang a lot of drums, make some noise so everyone
Definitely.
knows what's happening.
Definitely.
Yeah. And again, thank you, Dave, Overground Underground, for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, please do. He's a friend of mine, explorer friend of ours, and he's got some great content that you don't want to miss. And another shout out to Gareth over Abandoned and Forgotten Wales. Also great local content, mostly from the mines of Mid Wales. Make sure you subscribe to him, both of them. Explorers and friend of ours. And well, and thanks for Josh as well for joining us. I'm sure he'll be watching the end of the replay of
I'm
the live
sure he
stream.
will.
Yeah, and as he has suggested, maybe we want to set up some kind of way where we can all have a chat together. So I will reconsider his comment.
What
For
is it called?
Discord.
Discord, yeah.
Discord.
Discord.
Remember the word. I'll, I will,
My two know what it is. I'm not really certain.
yeah,
I will
yeah.
ask.
We're gonna have a look at that.
I
We
will
consider any
definitely ask.
options to keep in touch of on and doing obviously the live streams, which I think no, I don't think I know they're necessary just to tell the stories, are they, Tom?
Yeah,
So nothing gets forgotten and left too far back in the past, but it has its fair due of fair due acknowledgement and appreciation, really, of all the
yeah.
work that was involved as a miner. Yeah. Well, my friend and everyone, thanks for joining us today.
Doing a short but sweet one today.
And it's been a bit of a shorter one. That's been down obviously to the length of the
Video.
the third part video that we have had is it was 20 minutes. Normally with the previous parts they were about 30 to 40 minutes long
Yeah,
sort of thing.
I
Yeah,
think the
it's
last
been
one.
short and very sweet. Short and very sweet, Tom. It's been really good.
Tell you how long the
I
last
love
one
this
is.
one. Yes. So
The
on
last
to the last
one
one for next time.
is. Let's have a look. Because I'm intrigued myself now.
Yes, you are
35 minutes. The last
actually
one.
the last one is
35 minutes, and then
35 minutes.
yeah, and then there's Cavendish Mill as well.
Yes, the Cavendish Mill series.
There's just
All
one of
right.
them,
Yes.
but it's a case of getting which one's which because there is one that was done for especially for Instagram, and the other one was done for YouTube. So there's like a long be narrow
Yes.
and a
So
medium size
the
one.
part four, just so everyone has a look, we're gonna do a little teaser of part four for everyone. That's gonna be the part four, and we're gonna see the setting up of rings, the operation of setting up of the rings in a slit,
Including the
which
Ukrainian beauties in the left hand corner.
was that?
I'm just looking at your screen, gorgeous Ukrainian women online.
Oh, I've been caught. Sorry. I don't know how that comes up,
It's an
honestly.
advert.
They must have seen my searching history. They must
I'm
know my
saying,
searching
looking.
history. So yes, this is what is coming up from the next chapter. So uh, make sure everyone that joined here today, well, stay tuned for the next one, for the
And if you
next
look, you can see how
stream.
they're using the loader bucket as well. It's stacked out with boards. And then
It's tempting to play it and keep going, is it? But we're gonna be good, and we're gonna leave the
yeah,
best for the next live stream.
no
And
worries.
uh, yeah, as we said, it's not going to be just the only one this is one of a series of four. We have already done with Tom a previous series of the last floor spa miners on Milden Mine,
Yeah,
which was four series as well that we did,
they were, weren't they? Yeah.
reviewing my footage from and some of your footage of the last basically surviving moments of
Mm.
Mildan when the machines, all the machines were still there, which they're gone now. So a moment in time that's gone forever, but that we can relive thanks to video technology and thanks to YouTube, you know. And oh, there it is, Mildan at the back of Tom.
Sea West
Yeah,
and
Sea
there
West Drive.
and there.
Yes, yes.
So
I
we've
mean,
got
like I
on.
say, we can do a full photo series on just on mines. We got so much footage between Tom and I that we can look, and Tom got a lot of historical footage, so that will be great to revisit. Anyway, my friend, I'll let you off, and
No worries.
we shall be in touch.
Yeah.
And thanks everyone that's joined us. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you all on this live stream.
It's been good.
Good night to everyone.
We'll see you later.
See you later. Bye bye.
Ta-ra, mate. Bye-bye.